Tomorrow Thinking with Kenian Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Cooperatives and Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises, Dr. Wycliffe Oparanya.
The second one that we have started now, a digital lending system. We call it Hustler Fund. Hustler is for hustlers, people who are struggling in life. That's why we call it Hustler Fund. And you can borrow as low as $1.
Your vision for Kenya. If you would run for president, what would be your speech?
At the moment, I've decided I wanted to run for presidency 2027. But the fact that I have now come to the government, I've decided that let me support the current president. And then come 2032, God willing, if I will be alive there, I will offer myself for presidency because of the experience that I have had in public life. Already in the rural areas, the president has started building affordable houses everywhere. And some of those affordable houses are up to 24 floors. And you can even see that the United Nations now are shifting some of their offices from New York to Nairobi. They could not, and you know how Americans are, very conservative people.
Tomorrow Thinking starts now.
Dear Wycliffe, nice to have you in the podcast Tomorrow Thinking here in Baden-Baden.
Thank you.
It's a great honor to have you here.
Yes.
Wycliffe, before we go into the bigger questions, what exactly is your job?
At the moment, I'm the Cabinet Secretary in charge of cooperatives, micro, small, and medium enterprises development. In brief, they call it Ministry of Cooperatives and MSME development in the Republic of Kenya.
Mm-hmm. What means MSME?
MSME is micro, small, and medium enterprises.
That's what you explained.
MSMEs.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah, because that word is going to drop a few times in this podcast.
Yes, that is a ministry that I'm in charge in the Republic of Kenya.
Okay. So if I spent a month following you through Nairobi and across Kenya, what would I actually see you doing?
As a minister, I'm in charge of small businesses. In essence, Kenya being a developing country, you find that majority of Kenyans are in small businesses. At the moment, there are 7.4 million, 7 enterprises. And that's where the majority of Kenyans are, that out of 10 Kenyans employed, 9 of them are in this small business sector. And that's why the government decided to have a specific ministry to focus on these majority Kenyans. So as a minister, my first job is to make sure that I sensitize these small businesses, one, on where do they get the capital. There must be affordable credit for them. So it is my responsibility to sensitize them. Secondly, they produce various products. Where is the market for them? So I have to talk to them. And then what they are doing, do they understand the market? Where, if they are doing economic activity, you must think yourself, where do you sell these things? And number 3, tell these people that I have to educate them that digital transformation is the way to go. Do things through digital transformation. And in Kenya, we have moved a step ahead on digitization. Digitize your business so that it is easier. You can open a bank account. You can bank your money in the bank account without necessarily going to the bank. You can withdraw money using your phone. So it is important as a small business person to have a smartphone that will help you to be more efficient, to reach your customers, to reach to the bank, to bank your money, and also train them on entrepreneurship. We have business centers all over the country that we train, put these people together and train them as a government so that they also know some entrepreneurship in them. And lastly, to make them aware that the effects of climate change. If you are doing your business, how will climate change affect you? Electricity is so expensive in our own country. How do you access cheaper energy? Have your business on solar? Since in Africa, we have the advantage of having light throughout sunshine throughout the year. Have your business on solar. That will be cheaper. You will make more profits, and you will be able to grow your business faster. That is what I do on MSME, small businesses, so that they are able to grow. So,
how many people do live in Kenya?
At the moment, we have about 55 million Kenyans.
55 million.
Yeah.
And as a country, how big is it? Could you tell in comparison to Germany or France or Europe?
I think Kenya should be nearly the size of Germany.
Germany, okay.
Nearly the size of
Okay,
Germany.
interesting.
Yeah.
And do you have more like a younger or older population?
Yeah, the younger population is about 70%. Those people who are below 35 years are about 70%. And that's why my ministry is so critical to focus on that 70% of the people. How do you nurture them to come up?
Yeah, a lot of potential.
Yeah.
If we walk together through a market in Nairobi, what would you show me first to explain me why MSMEs matter so much for Kenya?
They matter because that is where the majority of people are. Our economy is a developing economy. Here, you have a developed economy already, and even your population structure is that you have more older people than young people, unlike Kenya. So the MSMEs in Kenya are so critical because that is where people are. These young people, that's where they start their jobs. And that's why initially I said that out of 10 people that come out to look for a job from school, and Kenya produces about 1 million young people in the labor market every year. Out of those, 90% end up doing small businesses. So that is why it is crucial for the government to focus on that.
So this is your main industry?
Yes. You see, sometimes most of them you'll find that they are in service sector, buying supplies here, selling to someone else, making 1 shilling or 2 shillings. Majority of them, yes.
If we would together enter a small carpentry shop in Nairobi, let's imagine we'd go together. I've never been in Kenya. It would be a nice thing to do, actually.
Yes. Like where you are, you enter into a shop.
Yeah, let's go together in that shop, this carpentry shop.
Yes.
And what would be the real obstacles there today? Financing, electricity, more like machines, or more like digital access or export?
First of all, in a carpentry shop, you'll find that someone is struggling. There's no electricity. Is using maybe a generator, hired a generator to use, because electricity is not everywhere. About 13 million of the Kenyans are not connected to electricity. Secondly, you will find that there are all scrap equipment here and there, which means that this person depends on hiring equipment to use generator, welding machine. They borrow from others. They do their work and return and pay. And so you will find very scattered material here and there because of one, these people don't have capital. So you not expect a well-stocked carpentry because they lack capital. As I've said, that is the most critical.
So electricity and
then
capital
electricity is not there.
Yeah.
So they will
That's
be having,
the base, right?
They will be having a generator there, which is hired for that particular work.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if there's no work, you'll find the person idle.
But isn't there any new solar panel technology which is affordable and makeable?
But these people cannot afford to install solar. And that's why now the government is coming in, one, to make sure that electricity is everywhere. But as they make money, connectivity is now a priority. As they make money, then we encourage them now to have their own solar. Because the government cannot do for everybody solar. But connect them to electricity, let them make money. After making money, then they can install solar themselves.
Is Kenya a wealthy country?
Wealthy in what sense?
In resources.
Yes, we have a lot of resources. I cannot say that Kenya is a poor country. The only problem we have that we have not been able to exploit these resources. We have minerals everywhere, but you see these minerals, we have not been able to exploit them because of limited resources. Or we have not encouraged investors to come in to exploit these resources. I could say so.
And also you have a huge potential in the human capital, intellectual capital.
Yeah, in fact, that is our best resource, that most of Kenyans are educated. If you came to Kenya, you could speak to everybody in English. They will be able to speak. We have good schools. At least that is the best system that we are given by the colonial masters, the British. Yes.
If you would imagine a young Kenyan fashion designer who would try to bring her work to Europe, what does her path look like today, step by step? How could she afford doing that?
Fashion designer coming to Europe is a long journey. Why? Because, as I've said earlier, there must be capital. You must have enough capital to do that. Yeah? Does the lady have resources to do what is supposed to be? Number two is the competition. For you to sell internationally, you must compete locally first for you to go internationally. So you find that our costs are very high in terms of resources, in terms of energy. So you are not competitive as such. So you will find that a designer who will work to go to Europe, the journey is very long, that you need to have been in the industry for a long time to work on capital, have enough capital. Secondly, to be competitive, acquire skills so that you are able to produce better designs that can compete on the world market. And then even understand the export market, the procedure for exporting. So that is a journey that might take someone 5 years. But we are lucky that we have also Kenyans who are exposed, who who are born and who are lucky to be out there. When they come locally, those are easier to go out there and deal with the export market.
There's also a structure in Kenya which is called cooperatives, right?
Cooperatives.
How is that working? Where is this coming from?
Now, cooperatives work very well because a number of people come together. Like me, you, and my colleague here, we can come together, mobilize resources. What you have, what I have, what he has, we put together and do something together. So that one, you are able to raise capital very easy because you are sharing. Number two, you are sharing risks. Instead of me having risks alone, we are also sharing a risk. So it happens mainly in agriculture. You see, you have a small shamba, small land, I have a small land, I have small land, but my 1 acre, if I produce, they cannot fill a pickup. So I need your products to put in there. He needs his products to bring it together, what we call aggregation. We put together, and then we are able to send it to the market now using one pickup instead of each of us. That's what we call cooperatives, cooperation.
Is there a lot of them in Kenya?
In Kenya, we have about, and that's why I'm Minister for Cooperatives and MSME. We have about 31,000.
31,000.
Cooperatives. Because most farmers are small scale. That is the only way they can come together for aggregate, for marketing purposes.
And I can imagine that cooperatives in Kenya are also emotional structures, right? They're places of trust and solidarity and belonging, right? Like social structure, which is beautiful, actually. It's bringing people together.
In fact, the cooperatives movement in Kenya is one of the strongest in Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
And where's this coming from? This is a cultural thing. This reminds me a little bit the communist system.
Even in we were colonized by the British. Even if you go to Britain, cooperative, what they call credit unions, financial institutions, they are very strong. Even here they are. They are there. Credit unions, they are there, where people come together, put money, and they borrow to each other. At easier terms than banks.
Tomorrow thinking: art, economy, society.
Where do you see the most exciting overlap between sustainability and entrepreneurship in Kenya?
To sustain something, you must understand what you are doing, and that's why entrepreneurship is very critical, and that training is very critical.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's a consciousness building process. Also to be agile, to understand the world and the structures, and to operate inside that. That's set. What can Germany learn from Kenya when it comes to mobile finance and digital adoption?
Now, mobile finance, Kenya is one of the most advanced. Kenya came up with a money mobile money system. Long time, money. Digital money. Even now, on my phone now, I can send money to any Kenyan, where I am, here. I can withdraw money from my bank now and be able to send money anywhere in this country, including yourself, can send you money. And the system can convert itself. I send you Kenya shillings, but it converts. You get it in dollars, you get it in US dollars. That system was started in Kenya in the 90s. You can imagine. Now it has been adopted. Now most African countries do it, and most European countries have also picked it. So Kenya, there we are developed. The second one that we have started now, a digital lending system. We call it Hustler Fund. Hustler is for hustlers, people who are struggling in life. That's why we call it hustler fund. And you can borrow as low as $1.
Okay.
Borrow $1, have your lunch, and make sure you pay within 15 days. You're paid back, so you can borrow.
Yeah.
Pay back, and because of that borrowing, your credit limit goes up.
That's super
Because
interesting.
you build a trust. So you start with a credit limit of $1. After sometimes, because you are a good borrower, it increases to $2, $3, $10, up to $100 that now you can borrow. But it depends. So you do not interact with anybody. It is on digital completely. So it's called Hustler Fund. And because of that, so many other private entrepreneurs have come up with the banks, especially banks, so that it is now a very developed system in Kenya, so that you find people, they borrow from here, use it, and borrow from another bank to pay that one. It's a complex system, and people are surviving through that. People are running business, big business, using that borrowing system.
It's a very beautiful idea because it gives hope and opportunities, right?
And I can tell you that that's where Kenya is ahead of others, including yourselves here in Germany.
So which other Kenyan products, ideas, or creative industries deserve, in your opinion, more international attention?
As a developing country, obviously, we are more focusing on local, but there is no country that can survive without dealing with the outside world. But you'll find that most of our cash crops, we export them, like coffee. Yeah, we export coffee. And funny enough, it is Germany that buys most of our coffee. So in that area, coffee, tea, avocado, most of it we export. So our international relations is very important for us because of the export. Unfortunately, we have not been able to be lucky with the oil. We were told oil was discovered in Turkana, but it has not been exploited to the moment. And also minerals, we have not been lucky. But we are told there's quite a number of mineral resources within our country, and we're hopeful that if we exploit the two, our country will move somewhere. But so far, it is the largest economy in East Africa. And the entire Africa, we are number 6 in terms of the largest economy in Africa. We are number 6, I think, after Nigeria, South Africa, Algeria, and Egypt. Yeah, we are number 6.
That's strong.
Yeah, we have a strong economy.
How many countries are in the African Union? 51, right?
54.
54.
54.
So you're number 6 of 54.
We are number 6.
So
number 6
you're one
54.
of the strongest country on the continent.
And in East Africa, we are the largest.
Now I'm going to ask you more like something personal, okay?
Yes.
What does Kenya mean to you emotionally?
Kenya is my own country, and fortunately, I have throughout my life, I have worked in the country. After my university, I joined a professional firm of accountants, Ernst & Young, and from there I became a finance director of a private company, and then I entered into politics. I entered into politics in the year 2000.
Okay.
And that is 25 years ago, and that's not a short period.
And why did you enter politics?
It was pressure from the people. Yeah, I happen to come from a rural constituency, and when you have gone to school somewhere and people see you develop, you help them build a church, you help them build a school, they feel that when you go to politics, maybe you will help them more, because Kenya having a political government through a fair election every 5 years. They feel that at the national level is where the cake is shared. So if you are part of it, then you will bring to them more cake.
Which is your favorite place in Kenya?
My favorite place in Kenya obviously will be my home area, where I was born, where I have established myself, where I was a member of parliament. And of course, my second preferred area will be my city, where I stay in terms of my work.
Okay, where were you raised and born?
I was raised in a place called Butere in Western Kenya.
Okay.
And that's my home area.
What's your favorite food?
African food, ugali, that is flour mixed with hot water. That's what we call ugali. And of course, chicken, traditional chicken. Okay. That is our best, and sukuma wiki. Okay. That is our best food.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah. And yourself?
My favorite is couscous.
Couscous.
It's Algerian couscous, because my mom does the best couscous in the world.
Oh,
but it needs to be made by my mother.
Your mother is still alive?
She was born. Yeah, she was born in Algeria, so she needs to do it. She's alive. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'm lucky. And if you would go somewhere, if you would need to relax a little bit and be in nature in Kenya, where would you go?
I will usually go at the coast.
Okay.
Even if you came to Kenya, I would recommend that you go to the coast. We have a coastal city called Mombasa. Mm-hmm. So there, the altitude is low, the Indian Ocean. So you can walk around the beach and be able to swim if you want to swim. So that's a place to relax. But it's a bit hotter. Mm-hmm. It's a bit hotter. That is where most Kenyans go to relax. Okay. And most tourists go to Mombasa for relaxation.
So what we do in every recording of the podcast, we speak about my artwork.
Yes.
We're sitting in front of.
Tomorrow Thinking. An artist meets the world.
On my podcast, I speak with experts from science, business, politics, and society to understand how our world operates, structurally and formally, across many disciplines. Yet in our everyday lives, there is another entirely different level we should examine. And that is truly precisely what I am trying to do, by inviting my guests to discuss a work of art that I have created. Today we sit before the artwork In My Pillows, a rectangular piece of art measuring 1 meter by 80 centimeters. It comprises 3 color fields. At the upper left, there is a dark gray, and toward the bottom right lies an even darker gray. These 2 fields are separated by a black line from the upper right to the lower left corner. I am making the black line in the middle with Mamba Black. That is the blackest, deepest, most intense black known in the world. It is such a mystic black that it traps every bit of light, and in doing so, looks like a black hole. Interestingly, the work has, even though there are only 3 color fields on a single canvas, a completely spatial aura. People think a slit has been cut into it, or that something 3-dimensional is extending into the depth. In other words, almost an optical sculpture, if you like. I wonder what my guests will make of the work, whether it will spur them to look more closely at their own topics and at our world in a different way. If you would like to take a closer, more detailed look at the work, you can readily and easily find the link there in the podcast notes on the Tomorrow Thinking website or at johannalexis.com. Let's go. Let's deep dive together into art.
Is this artwork doing anything with you?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see a crack from the other corner to the other corner.
Yeah.
Although it's not straight. And I don't know what type of material is it.
It's acrylic paint. Mm. It's 3 different black tones.
Yes.
Light black, darker black, and Mamba black, the darkest black in the world.
You know, from here, you can just see it is one color.
Well, I see, things in life. You have day and night,
yes.
life and death. there's so many, dialectic things in life. And I think that's what I see in this painting. Like also human beings, we're all similar.
Yeah.
But there's a subtle crack sometimes.
Yes, definitely.
And
life is never
that's
straight.
interesting. That's what I see, for example.
Life is never straight.
Yeah. Life is never straight.
Yeah, ups and downs. And I think that's what you can see there. The other portion, you enjoy more in life than this other portion, maybe. Well, this portion, I think, is smaller than the other one.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. That's how life is.
Everyone gets a different piece of the cake, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very interesting.
So what is your vision for Kenya? If you would run for president, what would be your speech?
At the moment, I've decided I wanted to run for presidency 2027. But the fact that I have now come to the government, I've decided that let me support the current president. And then come 2032, God willing, if I will be alive there, I will offer myself for presidency because of the experience that I have had in public life.
And do you see skyscrapers, more fast trains?
Yes.
Rocket technology?
Yes. Already in the rural areas, the president has started building affordable houses everywhere. And some of those affordable houses are up to 24 floors. And you can even see that the United Nations now are shifting some of their offices from New York to Nairobi. They could not, and you know how Americans are, very conservative people. But if they are doing that, they must have seen something in Kenya to do that. Yes. They like themselves. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Wycliffe Oparanya, thank you so much for this great discussion. It was great to have an insight into your country and your taste of food and your personality was great.
Thank you very much.
Please come back next time you're in Germany.
For giving me the opportunity. I'm happy to have given me the opportunity, and I'm enjoying the stay here.
Great.
Say hi to your family and your mother.
Tomorrow Thinking by Johann Alexis. Producer, Malcolm Gumpf. More podcasts and info at tomorrow-thinking.com.